I decided to move because the restaurant started to get a little busy because it's happy hour. Hopefully you can hear me. And now I am going to be reading for Aquarius. Whatever you'd like for me to channel. Oops. Whatever you'd like for me to channel for Aquarius. Please give me 3 cards. Three cards, please. Allow me to pull on the energy of Aquarius. Allow me to read for the energy of Aquarius. And only Aquarius. Whatever you'd like for Aquarius, whoops, to know. Alright, we've taken that one. 2 more cards for Aquarius, please. Allow this message to be clear and concise. Allow me to relay it to the best of my ability. And I already prayed over my cards, so that's why it's a lot easier for me to just pick them up and ask for Aquarius now. Alrighty. So we got our 3 cards for Aquarius from my tarot. Now I'm just going to pull from my Angelarium to close it off. Please give me even though we just read that card, we can read it again. Okay, so you guys got 3 cards. Whew. So first card, 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, division, loneliness. And it's, for some reason this dog keeps barking. So if anybody is going through heartbreak, division, or loneliness, 333 was just on the clock. Know that it doesn't last forever. You'll be in sadness for as long as you allow yourself to be in sadness. You will get up when you get ordered and instructed to get up. 345 was just on the clock, excuse me. Get out in nature. Get out in the sun. Get out, hug a tree. Get out and go for a walk. Get out and sit still somewhere in the grass. Like, you have to want better for yourself. You can only sit in sorrow, grief, bitterness, anger, which is actually sadness, for so long. Get out and use the elements, the natural elements that are all around us to help aid you on your journey. Go to the beach or go to a body of water. Go put your feet in the water some kind of way. Take a shower, whether it's warm, cold, whatever. Use it to cleanse yourself. These are a lot of downloads that I just got off of this one card. So, a swallow darts through the open sky, narrowly dodging 3 swords coming towards it. Historically, swallows have been linked to nautical travel. Swallow tattoos were common among sailors, who used them to indicate just how long their journeys at sea had been. They are symbols of encountering and combating adversity and all the surprises life throws our way. The Three of Swords reminds us that life can be a painful thing, but there is always the hope that a calmer tides are ahead. So, what I just said in the beginning, eventually heartbreak will subside. Eventually division will subside. Eventually loneliness will subside. You have to put yourself out there. Yes, it can be scary. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. Yes, it can be, you know, you can get puzzled as to what's next, but that is the art of living. You never know. And on the other side of fear is progress. On the other side of fear is happiness. You could potentially be holding yourself back because things happen to us to teach us, not to constrain us. So 555 was just on the clock. Change is coming in. Open yourself up to it. The Three of Swords reminds us that life can be a painful thing, but there is always hope that the calmer tides are ahead. I had to read that again for some reason. When upright, the Three of Swords signifies you're undergoing deep emotional pain. Someone close to you has hurt you to the core with their words, actions, and or intentions. You probably didn't see this coming, but it's a signal that you must seek catharsis from the pain. Catharsis from the pain. Allow yourself an outlet to release the negative feelings clawing at your inside. Once you've found release, only then can you concentrate on how to move on. So go towards your passions, whatever they may be. And there are many different ways in which you can express yourself, right? There's artistic ways, there's food ways if you're a foodie, there's school if you like school, if school keeps you calm. There's something out there for everyone. I don't know you personally, so I can't go into detail. You know your energy better than I do. I'm just here to give a little bit of insight. For artistry, you could be singing, you could be dancing, you could be tap dancing, you could be street dancing, you could be a performer on Broadway. It just depends on you. You know, you don't have to be a good singer, but maybe it will help you raise your vibrations if you do hit a note, if you do try to sing, or if you do try to rap. Something that will help you express yourself. And if you are not into artistry, you can also paint, right? You can sculpt. There's pottery. There's all kinds of things. I said something about food. Maybe cooking yourself a healthy meal and enjoying it, your mind, your body, and your soul. Asking it to give you what you need so you can continue on your journey, nourish yourself, as well as plant the seeds for more prosperity, more goodness, more wealth. What else did I say? School, whatever you're into, you have to look into it, you have to take those steps, and you have to be serious about it as well. While pain is an important facet of life, you must be careful not to internalize it. If you find you are prone to being hurt by the words and actions of those around you, you may need to dig deep to find the root of these wounds and take the steps needed to heal. And oftentimes, when it comes to healing, what I found out from my own experiences, we do have to go back. We have to go back to the root of the problem, the root of the cause, the root of the issue, right? It could have been something that happened when we were children. So traumatic trauma. It could have been something that happened from a relationship. So romantic trauma. It could have been something that happened, whether it was a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship, a professional relationship or a business relationship. It's all about what it was for some reason that got embedded to your DNA, and now you're having a hard time adjusting because you can't let go of what was to welcome what is, to welcome what will be. So use your discernment, and I hope and pray you are able to get down to the root of your problem, because you don't want to spend your entire life hanging on to bitterness. You don't want to spend your entire life hanging on to anger. You don't want to spend your entire life hanging on to sorrow. Some people carry these emotions for 5, 15, 20 years, and sometimes until they pass, and then they want to try to play catch up. That's not how life works. You have it in this moment, you have it now. You may be blessed with it tomorrow. You can't go back to what happened, but you can nurture yourself. You can heal yourself. You can give yourself forgiveness. You can give yourself things in which you may have looked for as a child, but you didn't receive. So now you're repeating habits because you never addressed the root of the problem, the root of the cause, the root of the issue. Whether it was your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, or your own biological child, right? Your son, your daughter, whoever. You have to forgive these people as well as forgive yourself. Let it go. Let it go, because life is about living, learning, loving, and letting go. Keep spirit first, move with love, and be free to the best of your ability, however you know how, but don't stay in a position because it's comfortable, because nothing will come from that. All right, so the next card is Two of Cups. Two of Cups, and this is a beautiful card because I've actually pulled this card before. And let me just get to it. Pray you're well, pray you're healing, pray you are doing your work. Partnership, compatibility, equality. Two emperor penguins face one another on either side of two cups. The gold and blue colors of the penguin's feathers echo the intrinsic dichotomy of the sun and the moon, but together they stand united to create a unified sky circle. I don't know why I want to say circle. Cycle. The Two of Cups is a card of reciprocation. Well, it is a circle in a sense of reciprocation because it finds its way back to you. That's the way of life. Just as penguins mate for life and rear their young together, so too should we remember to reach out to those we love in our moments of need. When upright, the Two of Cups signifies a very deep, meaningful connection with another person. This may be a new relationship or an older one that has only recently begun to reach new levels of connectedness. There is a potential in it to develop into something truly special, something that will be a win-win for both of you. In business, this could mean starting a new partnership with someone who will carry you to success. In a relationship, this may symbolize a connection that transcends the physical. Cherish these relationships no matter what form they come in. They are incredibly special. Enjoy the comforts to be found in this new level of mutual respect. So for those of you, there are some of you who actually do have a relationship coming in, and it's very important that you do not make this new connection of yours, this new relationship of yours, this new partnership of yours, pay for any past lessons, because the whole purpose is to start new. If you want to receive something different, you have to try something different. And that means leading with love, moving with a clean slate, or at least giving this new connection, new partnership, new relationship an opportunity to do so. And the last card for the tarot is Temperance. Tranquility, balance, self-control. The rock crab holds its claws to the sky, connecting the earth with heaven as solidly as it navigates the waters that lie between. So it's something beneath you that you haven't accepted, and it's time for you to do so. Above its head sits a triangle nestled with a square, symbolic of the way humans are bound to the earth and natural law. Temperance reminds us to be moderate and seek balance in all things. Life is full of twists and turns, and only by remaining grounded will we find the path that will lead us to where we need to go. When upright, Temperance calls on you to remain present. Assess your reactions and seek the middle ground. Resist the urge to be highly opinionated or favor one extreme over another. Work to stay patient and present. Follow a more moderate path. Try to see all points of view and be a guiding voice of reason between them. This position also suggests combining elements to find better balance. Work in new mediums and try to combine different elements in your life to yield something greater than the sum of its parts. Synthesis can be the key to discovering a new workflow method, and there's no telling just how far it'll take you if you run with it. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. So, okay, 1 second, and then I'm going to go ahead and read for... Okay, so the Bootator came out in the Aries reading, but there's 2 different cards as well. So I'm just going to touch on the Brutator really quick. And then we'll move to the other 2 cards. Angel of Calculation. Perched on the edge civilization, Brutator kept a distance from his brethren. His perch was at the edge of the forest upon the line where the broken stumps demarked the boundary between the king's influence and the remaining anatomy of nature. It was from this vantage point of disharmony that he built his own domain. His domain. I don't know why I wanted to say own. So, you are the creator of what you envision, and essentially it is yours. You're just co-creating with the universe as well as spirit. What you think about, you bring about. So keep in mind that some of this stuff you brought up on yourself. Every step deeper into the wilderness was documented in his ledgers. Progress was pulled from the landscape and pressed as ink against paper. It was not the destruction itself that captivated him, but the process of it. Every step forward was an opportunity to build on his increasingly elaborate collection of tallies. So domain is numbers, dates, routines. Card meaning it's easy to get lost in facts and figures. Overemphasizing their importance might be coming at the expense of more important aspects of your current situation. Take a step back and look at the culmination of your work. Don't miss the forest for the trees. Keep in mind the bigger picture. Confirmation from the dog. All right, so the Keeper. Rahab is the next card. Many things floated down to meet Rahab. His dark home was scattered with treasures from the world above. Lost and lovely moments gathered to be appreciated by one final witness. Though they brought him no personal solace, he was cared for. These wayward baubles, they had not chosen to enter his possession, so he felt it was only fair that he treat them as honored guests. Card meaning, some things are just out of reach. You can take this card as a sign to accept what has come your way and not worry about what you might be missing. Your domain has many lovely qualities. Spending time appreciating what you have instead of what you've lost will serve you well. So, let go, keep the faith, sit still, be patient, choose understanding over anger, over sadness, over sympathy. Just be at peace. You're not going to understand everything, but as long as you're trying, it will make sense eventually. And even if it never does, at least you tried. I don't know if you guys can see the light up above, but it's funny, since I've been starting these videos and getting more in tune, it starts to peek out. Continue to step into the light. Darkness, you're not supposed to be there forever. If it wasn't for darkness, we would never know the light. So know that this too shall pass. Last card, Angel of Mercy, Sadikio. And we right on time, you guys. When sins were punished, the king chose not to soil his hands with the messy task of enforcing his will. That grim responsibility fell to Zadkiel, who bore it with pride. There was no remorse in his heart when he took a life. For his work, he was granted great honor among the brotherhood. People gawked at the train of fine gold cloth that dragged in Zadkiel's wake as he marched to his appointments. But what really caught their eye was the glint of his resplendent blade flashing unsheathed in sunlight. Whenever the sword of justice was witnessed, blood would be spilt on that day. Domain, justice, sin, reprisal. Card meaning, you have been given permission to act, but your actions don't come without a price to others. The moments when you feel most justified are also when you need to show the greatest respect to others. If there is an opportunity to be merciful, put down your sword and let your power speak for itself. So choose to lead with love, with kindness. Allow your heart to lead the way. Even though you are on an assignment and you have a mission to fulfill, Make sure you are not being dogmatic. Make sure you are choosing empathy, because that's what makes us human, even though we're spiritual beings having a human experience. I pray that whoever clicks on this video, they're able to receive the message that they need and they can keep in mind as they continue on their journey. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being present. Namaste.